hooked up. It's a little bit better one. There we go. It's a little Ned rig. There we go. First one of the day. Hopefully we can upgrade, but it's not a bad start. So we've kind of had a little bit of a cold front come through the past couple of days. The water temps have dropped, as you can see. They're only at 72. Previously they were around 75, 74. Obviously it depends on the lake, but these smallmouth tend to get a little grumpy, you know. Everything's colder, something's changed in the water, and they like to hug these boulders as we've been seeing. These boulders hold heat, which obviously they prefer over colder water. So they've kind of been hugging the bottom. And that's what's great about this Ned, is it hugs the bottom, kind of different from like a drop shot or a swim bait. And when they get grumpy, the ultra finesse is kind of the way to go. It looks just like crayfish, and that's kind of what they're eating around these boulders, around these rocks. So when looking for these smallies, when it's colder, when the cold front comes through, it's really key to use your electronics, find the transition points, find little boulders, any key differences that can hold these smallies, just like that, and just like this little transition. So I'm gonna spin around, might put a waypoint on that. So we'll go check that one out. We got this little wad of fish here on the isolated boulder that we just dropped a waypoint on. As you can see there, kind of moving out, but we'll move up there and see what we can get. There's a better one. It's right on that little Ned. There's a school of them. There we go, that's what you get. Putting a little work behind the wheel. Start graphing these transitions. Use Mega Live, find the school, throw right on them. There you go, let's get this guy back. So I'm kind of running two setups today. We have this rod that I just switched to. This is more of a heavier rod. On this Ned rig, I have a 1/8 ounce jig, but then this rod that I've been using that I just caught that one with has a 1/16 ounce. It's a little bit longer, it's a 7.6, as this one is a 7 foot. That 7.6 helps you cast those light baits super, super far, especially into this wind. It's a little bit windy today. It's kind of cooling down. But that long rod is very important to be able to cast these schools, kind of stay off them, kind of let that bait do its thing without any other disturbances from the trolling motor or the boat. But with this 1/8 ounce on this heavier rod, I'm using it to cast and then let it sink, and I'm fishing it more aggressive. That heavier weight allows me to snap it and allows it to get back down to the bottom really fast. So I'm kind of jigging it more aggressively, and with the rod, the reels are equally as important. I'm running both 3,000 size spinning reels on each rod, and that helps with the casting distance as well. Holds a lot more line, comes off the spool way easier. But also when you get a fish, a bigger one, the drag is very important. Smooth drag seems to come with the bigger reel. So it's really helping me fight these smallies, but not too hard where our line can snap. We're using pretty light line. We have 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. With that 8-pound fluorocarbon, we have 8-pound mainline braid. That thin setup is helping us get a few more feet out of our cast, and it's a lot more finessey for these finicky smallies during this cold front. There's like another decent one. Let's see what we got here. So we scoped out that school, the Mega Live. Made a pitch about 40 feet away. Got another good one on. Just dragging this Ned rig super slow. You can kind of just feel him slowly swim away with it. Got the drag doing work with this light line. See what I can do here. Let's not mess this up. There we go. There's that Ned rig down the throat. Just like that. We'll get this guy back, see if we can get another one, but there's another solid one. As far as our colors go today, we're keeping it pretty simple. We like our green pumpkin, that's pretty natural, but you just want to keep it really simple to pair with the supernatural shape of the baits. You want to keep the color supernatural. These smallies are visual feeders. They like to track a bait for a while. They're pretty curious, so you want to keep it supernatural. Here's one. Just like that. This color is actually pretty special. It's almost like printed on the bait. I think it looked just like crayfish. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, another good one. Little jumper. There we go. It's a lively little guy. He's got that Ned just choked. I'll show you that color there. Super realistic, and that's what that realistic colors can get you in the midsummer when the bite's getting finicky. They've seen everything, but now is the time to use those baits and produce fish like this. There we go, let's get them back. So there's a quick rundown on our super finesse setup for these smallmouth. When the cold front pushes in, times get tough. We're going around graphing, looking for rock, looking for differences, using our side imaging 360, Mega Live, pinpointing our casts, dropping these super realistic Ned baits on them. It's just a good way to get bit when times get tough.